Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will look at, what if the Apostle Paul walked into a church in 2025? Would he recognize it, or would he be heartbroken? Today, we're diving into the reasons Paul would be upset with churches in 2025, based on his letters, his theology, and his passion for Christ's mission. Get ready, because this one might sting a little.
Let's talk about it.
In his letters, Paul constantly warned against a watered-down gospel, one that trades the cross for comfort. In Galatians 1:10, he said, "If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ." Yet in 2025, many churches have turned faith into a feel-good lifestyle brand. Paul would look around and say, "Where's the suffering that produces endurance? Where's the call to die to self?" In Corinth, Paul rebuked believers for saying, "I follow Paul. I follow Apollos." He hated personality cults. Now imagine him scrolling through Instagram in 2025, pastors competing for likes, brand deals, and viral moments. Paul would say, "Was Christ crucified for your algorithm?"
He'd remind us ministry isn't about fame, it's about faithfulness.
Paul begged the early church to be united in Christ, Jew or Gentile, slave or free. But in 2025, many churches look more like political parties with crosses on top. He'd be heartbroken to see believers fighting over ideologies instead of living out love. He might rewrite 1 Corinthians 1:13 for today. Is Christ divided? Was your denomination crucified for you? Paul raised offerings for the poor. He saw generosity as proof of the gospel's power. But in many places today, churches spend more on LED screens than local needs. He'd remind us of Galatians 2:10. Remember the poor. He'd challenge churches. Your budget reveals your heart. In Hebrews and throughout his letters, Paul wanted believers to mature, to move from milk to meat. But in 2025, many Christians are spiritually starved, fed by 15-second reels and Sunday motivation. He'd probably say, "Stop scrolling, start studying." Paul's heartbeat was mission, spreading Christ where he wasn't known. He'd ask today's church, "When did you stop caring about the lost?" He'd remind us that the Great Commission isn't optional, it's the whole point. Paul would be upset, but not without hope. Because just like in the first century, the Spirit of God can still revive his church. Maybe Paul's letters aren't just history. Maybe they're a warning for us now. Let's return to the simple, powerful, uncomfortable gospel of Jesus Christ. If this challenged you, share it, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What do you think Paul would say to the church today? See you next time.